Alright, so in this video, I will be showing you how you can automate any kind of trading indicator that you have in TradingView and execute orders into the Kraken based on those indicators. This is something that you probably never heard of before, and it's way easier than what you're thinking of. So whatever code I'm using in this video, you can find it in the description below. Now let's get into the main video. So I have these two browser window. One has TradingView and then another is Kraken. So I'm gonna put it side by side. And for the Kraken part, we want to make sure you are on Kraken Pro, and also for this method you don't need the paid version of TradingView. You can just simply use one indicator at a time and that would be sufficient enough. Okay, so Kraken Pro, and then we want to go to our layout, create a new layout, and then let's just go with the one click because it's gonna make the order execution part a lot more simpler, which is easier for Nightshark to automate. Otherwise, even if it's a two-step process for the order execution, it doesn't matter. And for this demo, I'm just going to be buying and selling like $10 worth of Bitcoin by the USD price, and we can probably set order to market, or you can always keep it as limit. Okay, let's stick with the limit. I think it's pretty fast on that part too. And so for the setup part, I will put down this blog post in the description, and it has two sets of code. One would be for the Nightshark and another would be for the TradingView. So first, to load the indicator onto the TradingView, let's just copy this code, and I'll just remove whatever we have existing here on the screen, and then we can go to the Pine editor, and then you can click on this small arrow, create new indicator, and then we're just going to select all this and then paste whatever we copied from the blog post, and let's just click on add to chart. It's going to load, and then boom, it is here. So about this chart, this is built by Loxalgo. I just made a small tweak to it, adding this label. So whatever these blue dots that you see here, these are like a buy zones, and then red dots and subsequent lines are the selling zone. So for this automation, which is going to be buy and sell, there will be no short and cover. And after that, let's just go to our Nightshark part and click on load, and then you can click on this load per there, and then we can create a new set of script, new file for the script. Let's just copy one default and then paste it, and then name it Kraken Trading, and then we can just gonna open this because we copied the default. That old code is here. We want to replace this with the Nightshark code. So copy this, we paste it here, update code. Boom, our code setup is ready. Now we're gonna load it into the main application. Again, you can always click on this code to launch that code editor and load whatever subsequent file that you have there. So for after we done with the code setup part, we want to do the setup. So you can see here the setup part. You can just refer to this table. Area 1 is for TradingView layout, so that would be this signal part. So let's just click here and let's just draw our area over here. So area 1 looks like this. So make sure you don't overdraw it. Okay, we don't want to overdraw it, we don't want to underdraw it, we just want to make sure it's nice and clean, kind of cover this part so that Nightshark gets the clean input. And after that, point.A, point.B, and point.C. So you can see point.A would be our buy button, point.B would be sell button on the Kraken, and point.C would be some random arbitrary points. Okay, so click point.A would be this, point.B would be sell. We can always verify, locate this part using the locate part here, and then we can just add C. So point.C, random, anywhere. So our setup is complete. Yay. And after that, we can so for this purpose, I'm just gonna be showing you like how it's gonna look like in the like a real time. Obviously it's not going to be real time, it's gonna be on a replay mode, and it's going to be kind of faster, but we can make it 3 times. And for this part, let's just look for our part. Let's just add in the trades here. We don't need this chart, so that we can visualize all the trades coming once the Nightshark plays based on these signals. Okay, so I'm just gonna click run. So this is the thing, you want to make sure this none part right now, NiceShark is reading it, and whenever there is a buy opportunity, this label is going to say buy, and on that NiceShark going to click on buy, and whenever there is a sell, it's going to sell and then wait for another buy opportunity based on this signal. Okay, so I'm just going to play a run. So there you saw the sell, but because since we are not shorting it, that's why NiceShark does not take any action on sell, because we only care about the sell when we already have existing order in the position, right? So there you can see NiceShark just placed the order on the buy signal, and so you know, like this indicator, you know, like there might be some flickering on the buy, constant buy. So just to put out, we're not doubling down on our position. NiceShark just cares about the first buy signals it sees, and then after that, it just seeks for a sell signal and act on it. So even if you see multiple buy, you know, like throughout the multiple candles, NiceShark not going to double dip on those orders. So here you can see we have this buy, and then NiceShark is not right now looking for the sell opportunity, and only after that it's going to execute on the buy. I might be repeating myself on like a broken record, but I just want to put it out there as a clear that what is happening and how it's doing the things. So there you see the sell signal came in, and then NiceShark automatically executed it. And now it's gonna look for, you know, another buy opportunity. Whatever sell comes in, NiceShark not gonna do this sell because that would be short, right? So towards the end of this video, I will also explain, you know, like how this action being dictated. It is primarily by the NiceShark code. So here you can see there was another buy signal came in, and NiceShark executed on that, and whatever other buy signal came in, you know, it did not execute it on that, and you know, there was no double dipping there. So right now NiceShark is just seeking the sell part based on the signal. So I'm just going to look for another sell and then close this, and then we can go over the code part if you're interested. So there is a sell signal came in, and NiceShark just automated this sell. And now we're going to go over to the coding part. So here on the coding aspect, you can see when we define the area 1, which is that signal level, whenever it is like buy or sell, this is the operator. It's kind of like a wildcard operator, so it's kind of looking for this condition, and this is the main flow. So the first step, we're just reading that as area until the buy comes in, and then we're gonna execute on these two positions. And after that, you know, now after once buy is successful, now it's kind of seeking for the sell condition part and executing on the sell, and then kind of repeat the process. You know, like there are, like this is just a basic script. There are a lot of functionalities that we can add, especially based on like a P&L, or maybe like the number of trade you wanna, you know, loop through it. And all this kind of information I will be posting in future video, or make sure, you know, if you have any question, just comment down on the in this video, YouTube video. I can answer whatever questions you have. And yeah, so this link will be on the description and also the installation guide for the Night Shark. Happy trading. Take care. Bye bye.